The visible and structural signs of aging, wrinkled skin, joint stiffness, fragile blood vessels, are often accepted as inevitable consequences of the aging process. But beneath these physical symptoms lies a deeper and more solvable biochemical story: the decline in collagen integrity, which is not merely a function of age, but a reflection of persistent micronutrient insufficiency, most notably of vitamin C. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, forming the essential scaffolding of skin, cartilage, tendons, and blood vessel walls. It provides tensile strength, elasticity, and resilience to tissues that bear mechanical stress. And while it is constantly being remodeled and renewed throughout life, this regeneration is absolutely dependent on sufficient levels of vitamin C. When that supply is inadequate, not acutely deficient, but chronically marginal, collagen synthesis suffers, and the signs we interpret as aging begin to surface. Vitamin C, or ascorbic acid, is not simply an antioxidant. It is a vital cofactor for the enzymes prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase. These enzymes are responsible for hydroxylating proline and lysine residues in collagen chains, an essential post-translational modification that allows the collagen triple helix to stabilize and cross-link correctly. Without this enzymatic hydroxylation, the collagen structure is weak, disorganized, and prone to degradation. While overt scurvy, marked by bleeding gums, poor wound healing, and collapse of connective tissue, is rare in developed countries, subclinical vitamin C insufficiency is remarkably common and can quietly degrade collagen quality over time. This slow erosion of collagen integrity doesn't result in dramatic disease, but in the gradual onset of what we call aging. Skin becomes thinner and loses elasticity, leading to fine lines and sagging. Joints become less cushioned and more inflamed as collagen-rich cartilage breaks down. Capillaries become more fragile, increasing bruising and slowing repair. None of these are random malfunctions. They are direct consequences of underpowered tissue maintenance, processes that rely, day after day, on the availability of a single vitamin. When that vitamin is not consumed at optimal levels, due to inadequate fruit and vegetable intake, oxidative stress, smoking, pollution, or chronic inflammation, collagen fails not because of age, but because of unmet metabolic demand. Moreover, vitamin C is rapidly consumed in states of stress and inflammation, both of which become more common with age and chronic disease. This means that older adults often have higher needs for vitamin C at the very time when their intake may be lowest and their absorption may be impaired. The body prioritizes survival over maintenance, so when ascorbate is scarce, collagen synthesis is among the first processes to be downregulated. This is not a defect of aging, but a rational biochemical trade-off. The body diverts limited resources away from structural upkeep toward immediate defense. As a result, tissues break down not because of time alone, but because the materials required to rebuild them are missing. Intervention studies strongly support this view. Supplementing with vitamin C has been shown to improve skin elasticity, accelerate wound healing, reduce joint pain and osteoarthritis, and even improve vascular function by supporting endothelial integrity. These effects are not age-specific. They reflect the restoration of biochemical pathways that were always active, but simply underfueled. Collagen does not retire with age. It slows because it's waiting for support. This also aligns with epidemiological data. Populations with high intakes of vitamin C-rich foods, such as citrus fruits, berries, leafy greens, and bell peppers, consistently show lower rates of skin aging, better joint function, and improved cardiovascular health. Not because their bodies are younger, but because their nutrient intake supports maintenance and renewal. Vitamin C is not a miracle anti-aging substance. It's a prerequisite for proper cellular housekeeping. And when we stop meeting that prerequisite, tissues don't fall apart randomly. They decline in the predictable pattern of a scaffold that has been gradually neglected. The aging of connective tissue, then, is not a genetic verdict. It is feedback from years or decades of insufficient biochemical supply. Wrinkles, stiffness, and fragility are not caused by age itself, but by the cumulative consequences of failing to fully nourish the machinery that keeps collagen strong and resilient. And that machinery can still work. It simply needs fuel. Thus, rather than viewing these signs as fixed by the number of candles on a birthday cake, we should see them as modifiable, responsive, and in many cases, preventable. Aging in this context becomes not an inevitable degradation, but an opportunity for restoration. When we supply the body with the vitamin C it needs, not merely to avoid scurvy but to optimize collagen turnover. The difference is not cosmetic. It is structural. It is functional. And it is a powerful reminder that aging, in many of its forms, is not a disease. It is a malnourished biology calling for repair.